Es un hombre extraordinario.
Me impresiona mucho.
Pues sabes que yo creo que no es tanto el físico, es más bien la personalidad que tiene y todo lo que proyecta.
Ya me lo imagino con su smoking blanco, un martini en una mano y un costoso habano en la otra.
Provocativo. Atractivo.
A new stereophonic sound spectacular.
Hello there, and welcome to the exciting world of HIP. This is a new departure in language instruction for English-speaking people who want to talk to and be understood by jazz musicians, hipsters, beatniks, juvenile delinquents, and the criminal fringe.
Bonjour madame, bonjour monsieur. Nous allons, grâce à ce disque créé spécialement pour vous, essayer de tirer ensemble le maximum de qualité sonore de votre chaîne haute fidélité.
Sit back, relax, and close your eyes.
Welcome everybody to this 140th episode of the Friday Live Agile. The newest and latest album of Infected Mushroom. Opening this show today to talk about this great Personal Scrum and more on this Friday, February the 16th of the Gregorian year of the Roman Catholic Empire 2024. Oh, Samuel, yes, we are here now live. Starting the show very soon. Smash the like button to help me beat the algorithm. And I'm gonna lower the music as we are going to be completely ready for you, to welcome you into this episode of a personal experience, a story that I'm gonna tell you. Oh yes, trance music this Friday. It's Friday, it's time to say, relax, chill. The weekend is there for those who have weekends. My weekends is anytime. As an entrepreneur, I work and play anytime. Time doesn't exist. It's a movement in space. Yes, it is. So let's lower the music now. We're gonna have in the background this release from Infected Mushroom from Israel. Their album called Reborn. Isn't it amazing? I don't know if you get it, but for me, here it is. So probably you don't hear it anymore, but I do, because I'd like to have this kind of white, noisy, nice music, trance music in the background. That's helped me stay focused, because the music is we're going to talk about this. Food intake, information going in, information going out, things like that. So I'm very, very happy to be before you today, this Friday, February the 16th of 2024, to talk about twice the exercise and all of the food. Or is it that? So Alexandre Frédéric Joly, my name. Am I your coach AF? Yes, sometimes, but today it's more myself, my authentic self, unscripted. I'm going to share a story. It might not even stay an hour today, because that's it. I mean, just want to share with you what is going on and this and that. And so you could also smash the like, share this video, comment your question below. I'll be able, my team and I, to answer it. It's always a pleasure to have an interaction with you. If you'd like to know more about my entire self, beyond agility, beyond business agility and Scrum, you could go at agilelaugh.com. This is where the fun began, with my 6 domains of expertise that I would like to offer you to help your organization, your team at any level, any size, and even individuals sometimes. So go there. You're going to see a lot of things about customer relation management and experience, employee experience, change management, organizational design. Everything is there, even event planning if you need so. So joliaf.com, that's the place to be now. That's really the place to be. And if you are watching this on Rumble, so thank you for the 3 new subscriber on Rumble. You start getting the message after repeating it. But again, on Rumble, I'm really amazed because I only have now 31 subscriber, but they have more viewership than on YouTube. And so I'm just amazed by that. So I really welcome you to subscribe and hit the glove or the notification on Rumble. Same on YouTube, because it's about 75% of you out there who watch more than all of the show, but are not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Because more subscriber I have, more quality I'll be able to do for those who are really watching. And right now what I'm saying is 75% is watching almost the whole show every week after week. And again, I'm really surprised because, as I said, on YouTube I do an average of 30 to 35 viewers that watch all of the show every week. For about almost like you are on the road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I've got, didn't see the number today, but I think it was 171, something like this. But an average of 30 view of the live streams. The live streams on Rumble, 30 subscribers, and we reach an average of 75 to 100 viewer. What's this? What's going on? Does it mean like YouTube is very blocking us for some obscure reason? But anyways, it's really important to subscribe to support me if you don't have the means to buy me an excellent coffee, because I love coffee. Or if you cannot send me Satoshi, that's okay. And I'm doing it for fun, for the pleasure of sharing my passion of Scrum, especially Scrum, great Scrum, good Scrum. And today it's going to be a little bit about this. But before jumping into the subject of twice the exercise and all of the food portion, as a method, as a personal agility, applying agile, actually I should say Scrum to be more lean in my body, reflecting it into my mandate and how I serve my clients. So it's a kind of it's more than a mindset. And when they say, are you dressing for success or to impress? If you dress for impress, you have it wrong, because you are still in the fakeness, you are still into the paraître, the make-believe. But if you dress for success with preparedness, that's another thing. So now that means that you get yourself ready physically, emotionally, mentally, and I will even say spiritually, with love, through love, unconditional love, love of what you do, love of what your passion. So cheers to that. It was Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day with Mardi Gras, it's all about the sun once again. It's a movement in space. There's no time. So adjust your ship. And 2024, it's for Renaissance and Progress. So that's why I'm amazed of one of my favorite trance group from Israel, named their album Reborn, with very beautiful sound of release, improve, and everything. So it's, I mean, they're Scrum themselves and their music. And I'm telling you, I'm just amazed. Am I on the good problem? Yes. Perfect. We are on the Yeti, because it's important for you to have quality, especially if I transfer this for the audio podcaster of the DARE REAL AGILE Podcast. So without further ado, as I said, I didn't make a promise for today. The main subject is inspired by Jeff Sutherland, my last encounter with him and the gang at the Give Thanks for Scrum in Boston last November. So in his talk, he talked about his book. We're gonna see it like very soon. And I did tell you, I think we invite you to this live stream this Friday, with also a part of an old blog of mine that I revisit for consultants, especially what is left for Agile through coach or whatever. The kind of a message to listen, pay attention, listen to your customer before proposing any kind of framework tyranny. But by the way, I didn't have time because I was very busy. One of my projects, actually I have many projects, but one of them in clientele for a CRM application and stuff that's going like a bit more into the train the trainer phase and so I was very busy doing this lately, plus my gig in New York, back and forward in the last 3 weeks, and this Mahat Fast this fast that I'm doing, and I'm going to share with you very soon. So for the sub-subject that I said, like, how did I call it? Because I know my blog, but so I said like plus. Also in this episode, yes, I will share client feedback about organization transformation with Agile. Let's be agile, let's reroute it. I'm going to concentrate only on this authentic subject that I don't need any notes. I don't need to publish my blog post again about this. So that's the new stuff. Twice the exercise and all of the portions, a personal Scrum story that I'm going to tell you. That's the best I can do for today. So I apologize for those who wanted the subject. But you know what? I think it could be an episode by itself. And next week is going to be the second medium reading, active reading of Mike Beadle on innovation that needs and require true business agility. So stay tuned. Next Friday is going to be this, probably live from the Agile Lounge in Montreal at the Crew Collective and Cafe. Or pre-recorded, depending on how many meetings, because when I go work there now, it's because I'm meeting people in person, and it's downtown Square Victoria, so it's better. All right, and so before jumping in the main course, the main subject, I would like to talk to you about announcement that's coming very soon. So we are about a month away, the 25th in 5 years, Scrum Beer Montreal, and Montreal in person at the micro brewery Le Ciboire. We had proposed a karaoke night, but I don't know, it's not kicking it, and we understand the situation. So with my team and the co-facilitator of this event, we are, because it's going to be, I should give you information a month before the event. That's going to be, as it's March 21st, the event will be, as you know, it's going to be March 21st. So it's February 21st is next week. So usually we send a mailing and we prepare people, we invite them. And just for some reason, it's the lowest engagement on all social platforms. And of course, I'm going to have to do calling out violation because I don't think my team did really worked on it either. But that's another story. But yes, I'm authentic, I'm bold, and I'm frank. What you get is what you see. So if you promise me something, let's make it happen. Otherwise, if it is not, don't justify yourself, but just be agile, be through agile, and tell me that we should do something else. And I think that I saw on the virtual discussion forum, the Slack channel, the WhatsApp channel, that some great, interesting ideas. So stay tuned for the Scrum Beer this week, the mailing and the announcement. We might reroute the team. Instead of a karaoke, well, it's going to be something else. I don't want to talk too much about it because I'd like my team, democratically speaking, I tell them, what do you do? What do you do with that? And because we are in a very difficult situation with job searching and stuff like this, so maybe it's going to be something related for Scrum Master, especially that are seeking contract or employment. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to also, by the end of this month, make an announcement of the linked out of Alexandre Frédéric Joly. Yes. It's been months and months, and I'm telling you that this social network, it's a lame network of people. It's only peddlers. So, and there's no way in their user experience that I could remove people really in a bulk situation. So I'm going to kind of shut down my account. But before shutting it down, or to kind of reorganize it and whatever, pay someone to do a manual job, whatever. That's the thing. Microsoft is so stupid. And the founder of LinkedIn, I don't share his value. He's a fucking World Economic Forum, so I don't like it. But I might keep a presence there, of course, with my brand of Agile Lounge and AFJ. And also because I'm in my renaissance, the 50-25, for those who understand. It's going to be more Frédéric than Alexandre Frédéric because that was my mother name. She wanted that name among any names on my birth certificate. So I would like to honor her for her 5th year sad anniversary that she left this planet by taking back the name, my surname that she loved more than Alexandre. She really loved Frédéric. So that's why my driver's license and other stuff are only Frédéric. But my passport and all my official documents are Alexandre Frédéric. Is it complicated? It is. So I'm going to simplify this, and I'm going to take the opportunity of this linked out announcement to also change this for that spring in my life, even if I'm entering the fall of my life. So without further ado, you're not here to just that. You're here for this. My personal Scrum story. And no, Samuel, there is no mistake. I know the original title of the book of Jeff Sutherland. It's The Art of Doing Twice the Work and Half the Time. And by the way, I can't wait for his new book, Real Scrum, something like this. Scrum for winners, Scrum for capable people. The return of Scrum over Agile. It's Scrum over Agile. That's why I said there's no more Agile. I might even change my branding trademark. I don't know when it expires. Pinto, tell me. Because Agile Lounge, I might change it to for AFJ Business Agility or something like this. If I could. Because it's 10 years. We pay 10 years for a trademark. So we'll see. But anyways, that's the re-edition with his son. The co-creator of Scrum, Dr. Jeff Sutherland, with The Art of Doing Twice the Work and Half the Time. And funny enough, in Boston, last Thanksgiving, US, when he presented his AI robotic to work and prevent us of what's going to happen to a Scrum Master job with this aid of ChatGPT and so on. That's going to be also an upcoming episode this spring to talk about it more objectively than about passion and emotion. And he started talking because he had a Fitbit, and he's 84 years old, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but he's 84 years old, and I was really amazed to see him very slim, focused, no cognitive dissonance, sharp on the point and everything. Of course, I remarked from my last meeting with Jeff in 2018 in Austin, Texas, and there, it's about like almost 5 years. I see some physical difference, but still the guy is on the top. I mean, I wish what I'm doing right now for my physical and mental health, that it's going to be there. So he was really inspiring me again. And even Mike, from where you are, Mike, you probably smiling at it. Because within his talk of, I won't say automation and innovation of empirism and Scrum and the fast pacing that we are entering with this spatial computing and everything, he mentioned something about twice the energy in your body and half the stress. And he was measuring it, doing an equation with his blood pressure and everything. So he was able to actually confirm through matrix of his Fitbit. Probably you could do it with any other watch, smartwatch, whatever. And so I was like very inspiring to do this. And when we met at the coffee break and lunch, and I said like, I have heard, because this is, it's not my creation, but, and I said like, did you know that there's people in sports, especially for those who would like to engage in weight loss or just the benefit of a better life hygiene, they often use the book title of Jeff on Scrum about twice the exercise and half the portion. Because when you reach a certain age, your metabolism with the hormone are kind of shrinking or slowing down. So you do have to adapt. That's the real adjective of agile, isn't it? So that's why I call it more a personal Scrum, because it's affecting yourself. Not what you do for a team as a leader who serve, not what you do for an organization to help them design a better and a future way of doing management into leadership. It's really about, when I say personal Scrum, that's what it's mean for me. It's not all of these like shabang thing you could see on LinkedIn again. It's for me, it's just like you take that Scrum system, that empirism, and you apply it to yourself. And when you decide to do a 42 days of math, and in my case, I'm going to show you something that I do on top of it weekly, you need to put yourself some goal and objective. And it's not just about weight loss, by the way. It's all about It's all about like cleaning yourself, your body and mind, and your spirit. So that's why I always combine a juice fast or a cacao type of fast or a fast or whatever. And I'm not intermittent fasting. So the first sprint of a 42 days Matt challenge, and I'm going to explain who is Matt. Actually, let's do it right now. If I could find... I'm going to show you, and again, if this become an audio podcast, apologize for the... So, who is Matt? Yeah, it's originated from the Kemet. The Kemet were an autochthon people, and all the the actual Egypt, Ethiopia, and yeah, so it's kind of a daily dish, daily wish for your spirit, and I like to do it while I do this fast, because if you just concentrate on your body, I do believe that it's not enough. For me, it's not enough, and you need some kind of motivation. Okay, and when you add this great wisdom from ancient people, and we are in the Black History Month, isn't it? So a lot of people will say, the Kemet are mostly ancient Egyptian. They are mostly, let me just lower the music now because this is a bit too much distracting, this tune, or I could let's split it. All right. So I was saying but the fact is, yes and no. I don't want to enter into a debate like what happened on Netflix with Cleopatra being black. It's not the point. We talk about 5 to 10 to 12,000 years ago. Okay, so it's not about the color of your skin. It's about like the spirit. But let me show you, despite my discovery with people from that region, what actually happened. So, and again, because it's not only Microsoft LinkedIn that lack of user experience, it's also this no, this is not what I want you to see. It's always it's incredible. It's incredible, Veronica, over at Talk Studio Stream now, the Melon apps. So as you could see now on your screen that I'm sharing, it's the 42 laws of Mahat under the Kemet law. And the Kemet is the name of a native African people of the country now known as Egypt, called themselves and their surviving writings. All right. So Maat was the rule of law and the moral justice among the ancient Kemet people, and the divine cosmological order within their mythology, astronomy, and astrophysical studies. Yes. So the goddess Maat as the cosmological origin of Kemet rule of law. So what we have today, okay, in place of judgment into the underworld, it's an announce of 42 divine principle of Maat. So that's why we do a 42 days fast. In my case, I adapt it to my personal universe, my personal reality, connecting to this collective, okay? So you have it here. So every day first day, and I started on a new moon on February the 9th. So I said I have not committed sin. So you have to reflect on that principle and statement. Did I committed sin or not? And is it today or interiorly? So you have to divide it. So it's an active meditation, we call it. Because when you have this phrase, for instance, I have not committed robbery with violence. I have not stolen. So it's really simple. But when you start thinking about it authentically, objectively, and even rationally and empirically, you realize that you had sin. You had trespassed those divine principles of being a just human being. Okay? So this is why when you do these, I have not acted with insolence. I have not stolen from disrespect the disease. You know, I have not spoken angrily and arrogantly. I dare you, my friend, to, and I will put the link once again in the pinned comment. I dare you to every day read that statement, reflect on it, ask yourself the question: did I did that? Not just today, the day you read it, but maybe in a recent past or anything. And then you could realize, oh my goodness, yeah, I did that, and why? And what could I do to improve myself, to become a better version of myself? So you see, whether you do a slow eating, whether you do a juice fast, only drink juice and stuff, or the cacao diet that I'm doing now, but it's not diet, it's I allow myself once a week, between drinking water and salty water as well, because you have to be careful, I allow myself to cacao, real cacao, not candy bar or chocolate or whatever. So the first sprint it goes like this. You have a slow eating week that, fortunately, this year, end with the new moon on February the 9th. And then you kick your 42 days, okay, of active meditation with the principles of math, that you try to improve yourself by questioning yourself. So really, it's really kind of Scrum, inspect and adapt. It's empirism with rationalism combined. It's no versus. And so that's what it is. I think it's funny because, hi Tiger, hi Squirrel, because this is the way that you are actually bringing it into meaningful way of cleaning your body and cleaning your spirit at the same time. Isn't it amazing? Me, I personally love it. Doing this. And to answer your question, my friend, cacao, this is really inspired by the native South and North American people mostly. For the Mayan, how much I'm close with the Mayan. I'm going to meet them once again, very soon. I'm going back into the Chiapas and the Yucatan country very soon to end this winter. Cacao was, let's start like this, for what I know, was the beverage for the elite of the Mayan and the Pipil and some other mini nation, the Nahuatl also. So all of these nations were very Central America, what we call the Mesoameric. They were a civilization and an empire. The Aztec were an empire. That's why they fell, like probably the United States will. Because when you are an empire, you're aggressive, you impose. But when you're a civilization, you invite most of the time. So that's why the Greek civilization was mostly inviting to their knowledge, sharing with Egyptian, with Assyrian, with Canaan, So the cacao before the coffee or the cafe from Ethiopia, by the way, allegedly. So the cacao, why? Because that bean, and I'm not talking about chocolate bar, your candy bar of Hershey or Lind or whatever. No. What I'm doing right now is I've got cacao from Guatemala. It's a really black bar of 85%. And sometimes if I'd like to have something less bitter, I go with, because that's the thing, a lot of people say, oh, it's bitter. It's not sweet. That's the purpose. Because if you have sin when you do your math challenge and you take a bite of an 85% cacao bar or grain, it's bitter. And then you have to drink a lot of water. You see the point? So that's my kind of ritual with the cacao. And then, of course, there's David Wolf, if I'm not mistaken. And again, we're going to have all the reference in the pint comment after the show on both Rumble and YouTube. Because for Linked Out, well, it's kind of a comment. It's not, we cannot pine it, so whatever. I'm not disgrading. But the cacao thing, my friend, is about this. It's about this kind of divine connection with the grain. And the Mayan people have the corn grain too. It's really important because the human being emerged, the creation of the human, male and female, emerged from a corn. That's part of their cosmogony. but the cacao was also the way to purify your blood. And I think I saw some paper, some medical paper about this. Yes, pure cacao. Now again, don't put sweet, don't put sugar, because sugar will kill it. So it's about it. So, and I drink a lot of cacao. I did cook the guacamole with cacao. So it's, and also this beautiful chicken from Mexico that I forget the name now. It's a very spicy hot cacao sauce that you put on great chicken breasts. It's amazing. So tell me in the comment below if you remember the name of that great meal that I love, especially in the estado of the south of Mexico. This is where they serve it. And in Guatemala, Honduras as well, and Belize. So that's why, like right now, I'm doing everything. I'm juicing. I'm eating crude vegetable sometimes if I'm hungry, because that's the thing. Again, there's no one size fits all when you halve the food. The goal is to apply this kind of Scrum way into your life while not doing a diet. Because doing a diet is like Scott Adams will tell you, goals are for losers, so diet are for losers, and winners have systems. So I consider myself a winner, I don't want to brag, and I have the Scrum system. I have the Scrum systems for everything. Software development, product development with OKRs. Could be also a project development with a more reacting, rerouting, and readapting to inconvenience of the volatility or uncertainty in complex environments. So Scrum could be adapted to everything. Now, into a personal Scrum though, when you want to do twice the exercise and half the food and being careful and mitigate everything, well, you need that because that could be complex. Because a lot of people will say like, hey, hold on a second. This guy is not eating that much and he's going to do twice the spinning. Yeah, that's the goal. But the goal then after that, after your 42 days, in my case, I choose the 42 days. When the cleans is done, what will be important? Thank you, Ryan. Exactly. That's mole. You probably search. I love you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that mole. That's cacao chicken. It's delicious. I don't know if you have it once in your life, but that's amazing. Thank you for that, my friend. And thank you to being there. I hope everything is going well for you and this beautiful experience that we all do together. All my prayer and energy goes to you know what. Because we are public here, so I don't want to go too much. So anyways, so I was amazed by Jeff in Boston talking about twice the energy and half the stress with his matrix of blood pressure on his Fitbit and other indicator that I forget. And then a lot of my coach, Stevanov, I salute you at the Saint-Ambroise gym here in Montreal, the first CrossFit gym in the world was there, and he's a great coach. He's a great physical therapist and nutritionist also. Crystal, I love you. So all the combination of all of this multifunctional team of people, people know physiotherapy, people know what the hormone is changing when you're aging, when your metabolism slowing, how do you keep it up? So this is all the thing. And then after the 42 days, you don't go back to eat a big pizza or a smoked meat. You could. You have to allow yourself some pleasure. But what you do then, when I did that for the first time in 2015, okay, that was to clean my liver, and it worked. Was juice fast only, plus the 42 principle of math. 42 days straight on only juice fast. Doing juice with quality vegetable and fruits. More vegetable and fruits because you'd like to have the enzyme and the cauliflower. What's the name again? It's called forget again. My goodness, it's enzyme, but on top of the enzyme, there's pulp, and the pulp because you have to keep the pulp too. You could do some soup when you juice fasting. This is the fake coach again, the fake life coach or health coach on Instagram. They don't tell you that, but if you are hungry, you could eat those crude, the broccoli, the cauliflower, the So you eat this because it's gonna be fiber. There's fiber in it, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, my friend. And I see there's about 20 people watching all across the platform, so you could help Ryan also telling me what I forget, because I'm not omnipotent. I'm an humble leader who want to serve you, and I'm a humble human being that's doing his way into the universe, the big universe that's bigger than that planet, this planet. And I love it. And even though I'm entering in the fall of my life, this year is my 50th year, 50th tour around the sun, and I'm going to complete in August. I feel the spring. I feel the renaissance, the reborn in me. So I'm going to do the fall of my life, a spring, a new upcoming. And to honor my mom, who among all my surname, I discovered with receiving great paper from the hospital where I was born in Montreal, that she prefer Frédéric. So it's going to be Frédéric very soon. It's going to do an announcement when I'm going to leave LinkedIn and inviting you to follow me in other ways. So I'm a real agile being, using this adjective. So twice the exercise of the food, that doesn't stop on the 43 days when I'm done with that sprint. 42 days of sprint, yes, but it's the size. And as I said, you have the sprint 1, the slow eating week, sprint 2, starting the MAP principle with a more fasting amount. So I did juice fast, and eating, when you're hungry, you eat those crude raw vegetable, especially broccoli, celery, and cauliflower, because it's great. It tastes good when it's crude, when it's raw. And then after, you allow yourself, you thank yourself with bitter cacao of 85%, or the Madagascar one at 70%, if you'd like to sweet yourself a little bit. It's not sweet, but because it's kind of, it's not like, how could I say that? It's less bitter at 70%. So that's what I'm saying. So it could be like a kind of a récompense. You treat yourself. It's important to treat yourself. But then after that, when your release is done, when your cleanse is done, you could continue this. Like with intermittent fasting. And there's no one size fit all. And I see, every time I go see Stefanov at the gym, revisiting my exercise program, or when I met with Crystal, who provide me with, and with my blood tests, she looked at my blood test and she said, okay, try these nutriment instead, try these things. That's really like, there's a science behind it. There's empirism. You inspect and adapt, and then boom, and you make it all transparent. So that's why it's Personal Scrum. It's a Personal Scrum story. But what I do now, I know it's going to be in French, what you're going to see here. It's Un message pour toi de Leila. This is from the Abenaki Nation here in Quebec. The Abenaki Nation is part of my kind of roots and stuff, and my mother's love. And that means it's a message for you by Leila. Leila, who is the creator of this game card. It's 52 game cards. About game cards. And then it's for the week. So every week, whatever you start your week, is it on Saturday, on Sunday, on Friday, on Monday, whatever the day you start your week, when you do your personal planning, your personal reflection, you could pick one card randomly, and then you read the message. It's longer than the principle. It's not just a phrase. It's a complete thing, and then you reflect on it. If it's calling you, it's not a prediction. It's not like astrology. It's mostly now, because I have to translate. It's going to be more difficult, but. Let's say that today we pick the card with authority. So then she will give you the message. Did you, oh my goodness, did you walk towards the temple? Is your past experience bring you more safety? And with authority, could you judge without implicating yourself in judgment? Oh, that's a great one. Do you want to serve with your sword, or do you want to be destroyed by your sword? I like it. It's my kind of automatic translation here, without eating yourself and being too much prudent, what is the place that you'd like to explore this week and everything? So you see, so you reflect on it, if this calling you, and you continue your mental state of improving yourself by this reflection. So that's why for me there's 3 bodies that helping us navigate into this realm of existence. Of course, there's the physical body. This flesh, this blood, this 5 senses that we call reality. Then after there's your mind, your body mind, your mental, everything that goes and silent into your head. This is where and when and why you need meditation. Because meditation is not just breathing like my Scottish friend says. It's about calming those thoughts. Try to reach in transcendental meditation when I've learned to go deep within yourself. Maybe to reach your soul or your spirit, this third body. That I, as a dropout of astrophysics, I love to call the etheric body. The body that probably is somewhere else in the universe. I said probably because I don't know shit. I know one thing that I don't know anything. I'm just supposing, exploring. So all of this together bring you in that state of mind. But you have to take care of the 3 body. And it's always the same in unified science. Unified science, the combination of quantum mechanics and cosmology. Bring it into your body. Because we are a reflection of the greater universe. Cosmology is this big astronomy. It's beyond the giant. Okay? It's the greater holistic firmament. All possibilities, everything, everywhere, every time. And then the quantum mechanic is the microcosm. It's the inner you. But unified science says, like, no. Through our 3 bodies, it's manifesting. Everything is constant. It's an harmonic chaos. And when you cross the chasm, the Rubicon, you're already in the route of being a greater version of yourself. And I did decide years ago to concentrate on the etheric body that might have a better chance to meet with a black hole and be sort of eternal in the dimension of space and the movement in space. Oh man, Coach F, are you crazy this Friday? Well, if you can't take it, you could leave it. If it's not speaking to you, I understand. I'm the first advocate of not imposing anything. Absolutely anything. No policy. No one-size-fits-all framework. Fit all. You see, I mean, like this. It's fit all, yeah. It's all about this real openness. Like, when my sports coach, Stefanov, or Crystal, my nutritionist, they coach me, I'm receiving their coaching. I love the fact that I choose them and I'm still doing business with them because they are acting and manifesting as I do with my client. Meaning, asking questions, being curious. By the way, if I had time to revisit my blog about listen to your client, that was a sub-subject, that will have been the segue. But I didn't, so I'm just concentrating on this. And this affirmation inspired by Jeff Sutherland, twice the energy and half the stress, or doing the twice the work and half the time. In this case, it's in. But for us, it's N. Why it's N? Because let's say that you have an exercise program. You're going to have to do twice this exercise. As long as you're capable of. And if you're not capable of, let's say that you fix yourself every week. I'm going to do 2 jogging of 5K, 2 spinning of 45 minutes. That's your base ground. Are you able to do it twice, to double it, or to add more exercise? And that's why we said N, not in, and all of the food portion, because you're gonna do this balance, this equilibrium. So if you cannot do more than your 4 exercise a day, if you cannot double the length or the effort or the intensity, because it's always like this when you're, and that's why I said, like, for me, walking and jogging in my case and doing regular bicycle in nature, it's not intense. Intensity will be a spinning session, will be a workout of spinning and lift and weightlifting, combined and fast and faster and intense and everything. So the thing is, fix yourself according to your metabolism, according to your body, according to your reaction. And here's the thing. When we said, I love Stefanov for that, when he tell us in class, individually or in group, don't do rep, you better do rep to fail when you do weightlifting, because you listen to your body more. And by listening to your body more, you adapt it to your real self. Because if a coach tell you you're going to do 3 sets of 8 reps within an amount of time, it's like in Scrum for software development or business agility, when they're going to tell you, you have to do this as it's prescribed in the book. No, it's not. You have to adapt it. Sizing and estimation with story points is maybe not adapted to a team of 5 people that they know each other for years, and they know if they take a task on a post-it, they're going to code it accordingly. So they don't need to do the fracking estimation or sizing, because they know. They know who's going to do DMR testing. They know everything. So when you know everything, like, stop it with all your technique. It's the same when you do an exercise program. So for me, I see those similitudes. And the same with a nutritionist. If a nutritionist is telling you, you have to eat this, you have to do it. And no. A great nutritionist will do an assessment. She'll be or he'll be curious, probing you with what you do now. What is your state now? What is the desired state you want? Is exactly the way that it's going to be truly adapted to you. And even though, if you want to go above expectation, if the nutritionist is asking you to bring your medical blood test at least, or some other test that you should do annually, apparently, I don't know how much this is true. So that's going to be a part of the sizing and estimation of what proposed nutriment. It's a nutritionist. It's not a dietitian. Dietitian is for bullshit. Dietitian actually is your safe SPC coach. With a fucking boom. But a nutritionist, it's a true enterprise Scrum coach. It's a true business agility coach. Okay? Listening to your needs, assessing the real objective way of your metabolism, with your blood pressure, with all the vital signs, plus your blood tests. What is in your blood right now? What should we re-equilibrate and stuff? Do you have a fatty liver problem? Do you have this? Do you have an issue with your kidney? What is your status? And then she will propose you a couple of nutriment, a couple of food, superfood, who knows, whatever. Okay? But then after that kick period, and now me, every February I try to do this. It's a kind of a reset to really remind me that my intermittent fasting is working. I feel good, I feel better, I feel smarter, I feel more focused. Because here's the thing, when you do an intermittent fasting, once again, in your mind, you are a lot more like you waste less time thinking of your next meal, because you have one meal a day and you have to do it whenever you know you're hungry. Like me in the morning, I'm never hungry. The only thing I want to do in the morning, it's breathe. Breathe in the gold, great prana that surrounds us. Okay, that's my nourishment. The air. That's why I love to go to the Caribbean, because the air of the sea, it's amazing nutriment. Okay? And then after, I drink a glass of water with or without citrus or lemon, if you like. Okay? And usually at the room temperature. And then after, I don't need to eat, so I go about my journey. My meditation in the morning, reading stuff, relaxing. It's a slow process. That's why if I have my first appointment at 8 o'clock, I bet I wake up at 5. Not because I have to commute 2 hours. No, it's because I get to get ready. Like I do the slow Monday on a weekly basis. So on Monday, I try to avoid having too many meetings or too many stuff to do with other people. I'd like it to be my day of reflecting. Is my planning on Friday will be the best action plan to activation this week. And so I'd like to do this, like let's kick the slow Monday to avoid the Garfield grumpiness. I call it like this. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is the intense work, intense meeting, intense stuff. And then back on Friday, retrospective, inspection, and adapt. But to conclude on twice the exercise, set yourself what you're capable of. If you do weightlifting, try the fail to rep, which means like when you feel that it's enough, you drop it and you go do some other lighter exercise, and then you come back and you start lifting. Instead of doing 3 sets of 8, 9, 10, 12 reps, break of 3, no. Rep to fail, go walk, go do a little run, swimming maybe, come back, rep again. Okay? And if you have 4 days of training during the week and you have 1 intense training, try to do 2 intense training according to your capability. Okay? Try to do 1 effort more or add some times. Maybe not twice the time, because maybe sometimes we don't have times. Like right now for me, even though if I will be capable of doing 1 hour of spinning, I cannot because I need a shower, and I do it instead of lunching. I'm doing it during the 1 hour period that I have. So I do more 30, 35, 40, 45 minutes. But that's the thing. So if you fix yourself at 30 minutes, twice the exercises, try to go above the time length that you prescribe yourself. You prescribe yourself, not others. Okay? Me and there, I'm describing my experience, adapt it to yours. And for the food, it's the same thing. When you finish with your fasting, your cleansing, your reset of your metabolism, don't go start like if you have 2 pieces of pie after dinner. Why? Why cherry pie? 1 slice, it's enough. And so this, twice the exercise, try to keep it up for as long as you can, and off the food, and you're going to see result, because after 42 days, it's only a kind of a cleansing. So I hope, my friend, that helped you. Let's see in the chat now. Okay, I don't want to go into this because for me it was more like the personal scrum, exercise, healthy food, healthy meditation, healthy active meditation. So thanks for your chat comment, but I don't want to go there for today. I hope you understand, because this is more technical stuff. But yes, I mean, why not? And I'm not sure about it. You have to verify it, my friend. Because yes, extreme programming, where the mother of the Agile Manifesto, Agile software, and Scrum at the 4th value, reacting to change. Who's this? Okay. Reacting to change. Not reacting to change, sorry. Embracing change instead of following a plan. That is for true from extreme programming guys that they were at the Oh, by the way, did we forget to celebrate this year because we are February 16, and that happened on the weekend back then in 2001 of February 8, 9, and 10. They were together. The paper was launched on February 10 or 11. They didn't make enough noise, as Mike Beadle used to tell me. So that was in 2001, so 23 years ago. Exactly now. That the XP guys with Martin Fowler on the board. By the way, next week, again, I'm going to read you one of the great blog of Mike Beadle. So be there for the 141 episode of the Friday Live Agile. And this week, I have a guest from New York. And we're going to prepare you the 61 episode of the DARE REAL Agile Podcast. I can wait. I can wait. And yes, the Snowbird anniversary was last weekend with the new moon, because they were there on a weekend of 8 to 10. This is, I remember the chat room, we were following it with Flower and Beetle. That was funny on this Merc channel back in the day. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. I hope you like it. I hope you learned something. I hope I'm gonna learn something in your comment below beyond this live. And again, if you'd like to help me without sending me a coffee, if you don't have the means, because I understand, and we might revisit the Scrum beer for March 21st about something more helpful than singing karaoke. But for sure, especially on YouTube and Rumble, smash the like to kill this dictator of algorithm. And once again, especially on both of those networks, 75% of you are watching more than half the show when it's going on Saturday and Sunday and Monday. So what are you doing? Share it, yes, but especially subscribe. Hit the glove on Rumble and hit the bell on YouTube. And LinkedIn, goodbye now. It's going to be the end very soon. And yes, if you like what you hear and what you see and you'd like to apply it to your organization design, transformation, or transfer action, go to agile-lounge.com to have more information, especially on my Scrum training, Scrum coaching, and business agility coaching and training. But if you'd like the old me with 6 domains of activity, including event, professional event organization, customer relation management design, and more, and even project management, yes I do, with business, the real business agility, go at jollyaf.com. That's the place to be, and to contact me to have up to about to walk the talk. I offering only now a discovery session of half an hour. Then after it's pre-sale with a deposit, because I've been screwed too many times last year. So that's the way. Inspect and adapt, and reacting to change with pro-action. So thank you, guys. And once again, I would like to remind you who you truly are. You are wonderful. You are powerful. And you are free to be whoever you wanted to be and to do whatever you wanted to do in respect of one another. Happy weekend. Bless you. And see you next week.